And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. Welcome to Thursday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Glad to have you along. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Trey Murphy.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Kyle Kuzma out there with Miles Turner. Then there's Kevin Porter. Then it's Green. And it's Rollins in at the shooting guard position. And for New Orleans, Herb Jones out there with Sadiq Bey. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Queen in at the 5 down low. And due to some injuries, we're not seeing these teams at full strength, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. Some adjustments have been made. And, you know, if the players stepping in can be effective enough, they might just earn an increased role on their team moving forward.
Now here's Williamson. Pass to Queen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Rollins passes to Porter. Here's Rollins. Back to Porter. Kuzma for 3. Jones grabs the board. Porter against Williams.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Punch, that was.
bad intentions.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Now the Bucks with it. And here's Turner, making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. Turner, a screen on Bey. 5 to shoot. Kuzma finds Porter. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game.
Fader on the way. Queen misses.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Down low. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Pass to Williamson. To the inside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
Here's Queen. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami. It's Williamson with the drive. That one goes in.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Rollins. Now here's Kuzma. Off the mark there with a 3.
A 1 for 5 start so far. Not what they envisioned coming into this game.
To the middle. Banked it in off the glass.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Turner. Green, the pass to Porter. There's a screen by Turner. And it's Porter. That time on the assist from Green.
The more Porter Jr. hits this, the more driving lanes will appear for him.
Snatched away. Now Milwaukee moving it up. Rollins gets the bucket. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Just 5 to shoot. Jones from outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Pass to Green. Now here's Porter, guarded closely. Now Turner. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here. Porter's shot is off.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Queen, the pass to Williamson. Outside for Bay, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at the Pelicans, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise. Porter, the pass to Green. Now Kuzma. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Here's Rollins. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. It's tipped! To the paint. Bay against Kuzma. Bay passes to Williamson. Pass to Queen. Inside. And the dunk by Bay.
Yeah, flashing that athleticism. Bay really packs a punch on these dunks.
Here's Porter. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
And he did his part from the line. Drew fouls and made them count.
Now here's Porter. Here's Kuzma. There's the block. Williamson outside. For 3. And Trey Murphy gets a 3. 7 points in the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Zion Williamson is a force offensively, but now he's applying his physical gifts to the other end of the court. He said, quote, "Teams were hunting me on defense. Watching the film, I didn't like that. I just started taking a lot more pride in it, working on it so I can hold my own." Guys, back to you.
Locking in. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Bucks trail by 8. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Some changes for New Orleans. Jordan Poole comes in for Bay. And it's Fears in for Jones. Milwaukee also changed it up. Portis, he's checked in for Kuzma. And it's Gary Trent Jr. in for Green. Now here's Trent. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. To the inside. Here's Rollins. That one's off. Still out of sync.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Here's Poole. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Outside Porter. To the middle. Turner. Trent right side. From outside the arc. Pelicans cleared away.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Here's Williamson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
The Bucks trail by 10. You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level.
This speaks to how assertive Portis is, and he's skilled at knocking it down off the catch, too.
The Pelicans have got 8 out of 12 shots to fall. Here's Fears. Shots blocked! And they get it back. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. When one of these guys gets to the line, you can chalk up the points. Here are your top free throw shooters over the past month. You take a look at Porter, so consistent from the line, putting him in the 3 spot.
And over this stretch, his foul shooting has been exceptional. You could tell he was enjoying every single trip to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Jang, he's checked in for Turner. Jackson comes in for Rollins. And it's Thomas in for Porter Jr. We've got 1:23 left now in the first quarter. Thomas outside. The 3. Misi grabs the board.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Sends it home from three-point land.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Trent's shot is off.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
They set the pick. Here's Fears. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Thomas outside. No good. Had a chance to win the run there.
Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
Poole outside. With 1 on the clock. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's New Orleans up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pelicans here, guys.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
They've got Fears. Eve Misi out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's McGowan's in at the 3. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. New Orleans leading by 11. To the wing on the left. Pass to Fears. Back to Misi. 6 to shoot. Launches it from deep. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Looney shrugging off the contact.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Thomas. He had 34 points in the win against Orlando. Portis with a screen on Poole. Trent from long range. Misi grabs the board. Misi's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Fears. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Poole from long range. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now here's Thomas, an aggressive player on offense, scoring around 16 a game.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
You know, Clark, last season saw the passing of Junior Bridgman, who played 10 seasons with the Bucks and whose jersey hangs in their rafters.
Yeah, he was a consistent, reliable scorer and just a quality teammate as well. But his legacy extends far beyond what he did in his 10-year career, which was quite impressive. His legacy as a businessman, philanthropist, community leader was in many ways unparalleled. Just a terrific guy and a great loss to Louisville, to the basketball family, but also to humanity. He was a shining star in all that he did for others.
Now here's Poole. No points yet. Shot from the wing. And again, New Orleans no good. The Bucks trail by 13. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
For New Orleans, they've got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole.
And what a slash by Poole. Just knifing inside with ease.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Some changes for New Orleans. Zion Williamson is checked in for Looney. Bay comes in for Messi. And Herbert Jones is subbed in for McGowens. Milwaukee also changed it up. Kyle Kuzma, he's checked in for Jang. Green comes in for Harris. And it's Porter Jr. in for Trent. Thomas outside. Blocked! Jones with the ball. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's Poole. That one goes. Count it. Poole's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When Poole gets this close, he knows to go for it. He's not going to waste the chance at all.
Pass to Kuzma to win the drought. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Jones with a screen on Portis. Williamson looking around. Here he goes. And Williamson throws it down.
The power of Zion, a sight to see.
And Thomas has got the ball here for the Bucks. They trail by 16. Their next game is at Paycom Center in Oklahoma City for a date with the Thunder. It'll be the 4th of 5 games for them on the road. New Orleans has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Bay passes to Poole. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Porter. Pass to Thomas. Back to Porter. 5 on the clock. Here's Portis. And it's Poole with a rebound. New Orleans leading by 16. Here's Fears to the paint. It's stolen by Kuzma. Here's Thomas. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, Grant, for a late first-round pick, Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A. He's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide.
Queen, he's checked in for New Orleans. Trey Murphy comes in for Poole. Turner, he's checked in for the Bucks. Rollins comes in for Green. Free throw good. Thomas. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, B.A., they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Now here's Williamson. He has 6. Got a hand on it.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
Here's Rollins. Here's Porter. And another miss by Milwaukee.
Blown opportunity there. He's got to have a short-term memory. Forget about that one.
Down low. Thomas with a steal. Kuzma outside. Pass to Turner. Thomas outside from behind the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Jones against Thomas. And here's Kuzma. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Kuzma's got 5.
Kuzma excellent at using his height and touch to perfection. Very confident player.
The Pelicans lead by 12. Williamson right side. Outside Jones. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Turner. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Rollins gets the bucket.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
And here's Williamson. He's coming off a 25-point game against Miami. Pass to Queen. To the paint. Here's Bay. And the dunk by Bay.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
The Bucks trail by 12. Now Porter. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Kuzma outside. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
He's off on the first. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee, but trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere.
Green's checked in for Milwaukee.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for New Orleans.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
Another thing that's gone well for them is the mid-range jumper. It's been falling with ease so far.
First free throw is good. Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
And BA, that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act.
And it's Williamson with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Rumbling in, Zion spins. Inside. Jones feels it out. Pass to Bay. Over Kuzma. And again, New Orleans, no good. Bucks trail by 11. Outside Porter. Green finds Porter. There's a screen by Turner to the middle. Outside for Green. Three-pointer. They get it again. And then Turner with the dunk.
That's all about the ticker for Turner. Big heart, a real juggernaut on the boards who uses those long arms exceedingly well to get second chance opportunities.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end.
Woo!
BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Porter, the pass to Kuzma. To the inside. Here's Turner. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Queen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Williamson. 23 seconds left to play in the half. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And nice muscle from Williamson, accepting the hit and finding a way to finish.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. The free throw off from Williamson. Bucks trail by 13. Pass to Green. From the high post. And Bay pulls it down. Bay's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. Here's Williamson. And so it's New Orleans in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm alongside Coach James Borrego. And, Coach, a nice effort so far. What's the key here in the second half, though?
Stay with our defense. That's the key. When we have our opportunities, push the pace. But we got to get stops, push it at them, and keeping a rhythm offensively at our point.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. Find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Zion Williamson. What a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the floor for Milwaukee, we've got Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma out there with Green. Then there's Kevin Porter, and it's Rollins in its shooting guard. Now here's Williamson. Here's Queen. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists now in this one. The Bucks trail by 15. Kuzma outside. Here's Porter. Turner, a screen on Williamson. Here's Porter. And the layup is good off the glass. Porter's gotten his second bucket on the night.
A flat-out bucket getter. Porter Jr. is a scorer who will hurt you all over the floor.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Williamson against Porter. The 3 is up. Queen misses. Milwaukee with the ball. Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, B.A. I mean, those are 2 very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate.
Now here's Williamson. Give him 8. Pass to Bay. Over Kuzma. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Bay's got 10.
When Bay gets hot, he doesn't slow down. And we're seeing what he can do with his confidence.
Porter finds Kuzma from 18 feet away. And there it is for him.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Williamson passes to Queen. Inside. It's stolen by Kuzma. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Outside Porter. There's the triple, and the three-pointer goes. Give him 8.
Porter Jr., we know he can create his own shot, but he also can knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
The Pelicans lead by 10. Williamson outside. Pass to Queen. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Kuzma.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Porter, the pass to Kuzma. Clock at 6. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Bay who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. 17 points was their biggest margin. Williamson outside. Missed inside. The Bucks trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Kuzma, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Sadiq Bey.
You know, when Kuzma plays with that kind of tenacity, he's going to make defenders foul him. He's a real force in this league, folks.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And he knocks down the first one. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Pass to Queen. Here's Williamson. He's guarded by Porter. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Going to need a better effort than that to get it past Turner. He is an elite rim protector.
Now Kuzma. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kuzma's got 6 here in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Williamson passes to Queen. They still need this. And Trey Murphy gets a 3. He's got 10.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Turner. Now here's Porter. This one for 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Bay's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Williamson rebounded by the Bucks. Outside, Green, down low. Here's Turner, and then Turner with the dunk.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Rollins. He's got 6. Outside, Green. Porter looks it over. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple. And now it's just a 4-point New Orleans lead.
His 3rd triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
And the Pelicans call time here. Fears, he's checked in for Williamson. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Cameron Thomas checked in for Porter Jr. And here's New Orleans now. Here's Queen. Pass to Fears. Outside Jones. Shot clock at 5. From downtown. And there's Fears on the assist from Jones. Fears has got 10.
He got the room he needed and knocked it down. That's a quality shot.
Rollins passes to Turner. Thomas outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Murphy.
When you watch Cam Thomas go on one of his patented scoring outbursts, it's reminiscent of the microwave. He heats up quickly and can carry the offense in stretches.
And he's good on the second. And the Pelicans with possession here. Here's Fears. He's got 10. Pass to Queen. Inside. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. Over to the wing. From the arc. They outside. Here's Queen. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Queen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Rollins. He has 6. Kuzma outside. Just 5 on the clock. Let's go with a 3. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Fears. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can space the floor, including the big guys. So 4 out is now a standard practice of how the game is played.
Now here's Kuzma. 11 points in the game. Portis with a screen on Bay. Back to Portis. Wide open. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Portis has got 5.
When you watch Portis, he's not just a good jump shooter for a 6'10" guy. Bobby's just a straight-up good shooter, period.
Here's Fears. 12 points for him. And it's good for 2.
I really like how he's playing tonight, taking good, smart shots, playing his game.
And there's 1:45 left in the third. Thomas outside. Green, the pass to Kuzma. Now Thomas. On the wing, Green, defended by Jones. Lets it fly. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Misi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Fears. He's got 14. Bay finds Jones. Back to Bay. Rebounded by Kuzma. The Bucks trail by 11. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Rollins. Now Thomas puts up a 3. And Fears pulls it down.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Here's Rollins. After the basket by New Orleans. Outside, Green. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And he drops the first.
Starting to find a rhythm from the line now as they try to cut into this deficit.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Both good from the line that time. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. The drive by Poole. Misses from close range. Thomas outside. That shot missing. And so it's New Orleans closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting
and they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jordan Poole out there with Fears. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then it's Yves Missi. And it's McGowan's in at small forward. That's the Pelicans 5. 5 on the clock. Poole for 3. Porter pulls it in.
For him, it has not been a game to remember, but all they care about is that W.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Playing ferocious inside. Porter Jr. went right after the big dogs.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Deflects the pass. And stolen by Williamson. Now the Pelicans in transition. Pass to Fears. Now Williamson. And they double up Williamson. Poole from long range. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Williamson's got his 4th assist with that last one. Portis with a screen on Poole. Here's Thomas. Some solid defense from Misi.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Poole against Thomas. Poole gets it in close.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Porter. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Fears has got 4 rebounds now. To the paint. Tipped. Now here's Trent. The D's right on him. Outside Porter. Back to Trent. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Jang. Launches a 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Williamson. Here's Misi. Shot from the low block. The shot that time not on target. Great D that time from Porter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
The Pelicans call timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And New Orleans making a change here. Queen's checked in. The Bucks also with a sub. Turner's checked in. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what James Borrego was going over with his team. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
After some misses in the first, he's making up for it now.
Here's Fears. He's guarded by Porter. Pass to Williamson. Beyond the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. 4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Now Thomas. Over Poole. Thomas misses.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Fears shot is off. The Bucks trail by 9. Turner with it. Portis outside. Turner passes to Trent. Over Williamson. Trent's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the 4th. Not great. Here's Thomas on the wing. Porter. Trent, the pass to Porter. Takes the 3. They get it back. Second chance effort. No good on the layup. New Orleans leading by 9. To the inside. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
Thomas against Poole. There's a screen by Turner. And it's Queen with a rebound. Queens got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Williamson powers down the jam.
Yeah, no doubt Williamson's one of the most powerful dunkers the NBA has ever seen.
And here's Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And the Pelicans with possession here after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Now Trent. Pass to Porter. That shot makes him 7 for 14. He's been good tonight.
And after a difficult start to the game, he's flipped the script here.
New Orleans leading by 9. Here's Fears. Back to Poole. To the right side. Here's Fears. He's guarded by Porter. 6 to shoot. Queen. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. And then Turner with the dunk.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
And so it's Poole who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Williamson up top, defended by Portis. And the Pelicans miss again.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
Left side Porter. Up top Portis. Poole against Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet. Not that time.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Beyond the arc. The 3 is in.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Bucks trail by 10. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Kuzma's checked in for Portis. Green comes in for Trent. And it's Rollins in for Thomas.
You know, you can't go for that if you're the defender. Kuzma is really good at faking you out with the ball fake.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second one.
Could be better from the line. Kuzma a smooth shooter, but needs work from there.
Williamson against Porter. And A.J. Green is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Williamson. Bay with a screen on Porter. Clock at 6. Williamson outside. Shoots a 3. Look at Zion showcasing the range.
This is the next step for Zion. He needs to keep knocking down threes consistently.
Now Kuzma. Porter outside. They double him with Bay. Porter with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And Zion living up to his full potential tonight. He can be a terrifying matchup when he's playing with energy.
And so Porter will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 14-point game. Now Kuzma. Bay rips down the board. New Orleans has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Pelicans.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
After losing the first game, they've come back and evened things up in this one. They'll play one more time in this season series after this.
And partner, it sets up what should be a fantastic finale to the season series. Major bragging rights on the line that night.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Zion Williamson.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
And that one misses.
Even as much as we've seen him, we still marvel at the power of Zion around the basket. It's hard for a defender to deal with this kind of strength.
And the second free throw is good. Well, Grant, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Thomas. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Making all of those. Putting this game in the refrigerator.
It's stolen by Looney. And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
We look forward to seeing you.
Zion, this is a team with some outstanding young players with complementary skills. How do you see yourself fitting in?
I think I fit in very well. I think I'm a very versatile player. You can throw me out there with any group, and I'm going to put up, do something to contribute. And I think we're a very unselfish team, so that plays a big part to it.
And any group would be happy to have you. Thanks, Zion.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Zion Williamson.